Screaming Firehawks, welcome back to the channel.
I didn't actually know what you were about to say right now. I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
The Expanse, Season 1, Episode 9.
And the F word in the first minute.
Welcome to the churn. Holy shit, business has picked up. This shit has gotten insane. We got a firefight, another crazy one. Holden's got a friggin' mark on his back now with assassination attempts. And this shit is getting wild, y'all. This shit is getting wild. But I mean, you guys already know that. But this shit is getting wild. Miller showed up to save the day.
Dun, dun,
The crew,
dun.
they were kind of in a pickle. They were in a little bit of a situation. They run out of ammo. These dudes had some heavy artillery, and they were losing. And Miller showed up, saved the day. They were in this hotel. It's where Julie was staying. They found her.
She's donezo, yo.
She's apparently dead. I'm holding like 2% that she's
like,
not really dead. It's a small percentage. She's probably dead. But she had like this crustacean looking shit all over her body. And
yeah, the like, alien monster, whatever.
Yeah. It looked like a biohazard type of like thing.
Glowy, slimy, whatever the hell.
It was growing. It looked alive. When there was energy around, it was like sucking in the energy. And they saw it initially when they went to go find the Anubis. And they ended up blowing that ship up. It was the coordinates that Fred Johnson had given them. So they tracked that ship back to Eros, and then they had the whole situation that played out. So this is all getting wild. What is that shit? Is it like a biohazard type of weapon? Is anyone in control of it? Is it kind of got a life of its own? Like, I think it's really interesting as we continue to like feel like get closer to some answers. Some more questions pop up, which is kind of fun and exciting. But we only have 2 episodes left in this season. There's still a whole lot to figure out. We've got all of these like feels like we got these pockets of like groups all kind of like working to their own kind of agenda and trying to get stuff accomplished, and someone is clearly out there trying to start a war.
Yep.
Who's going to benefit most from this?
I'm kind of just confused with everything-ish, because like the minute you think that you're right about one thing, something else happens and you're like, well, fuck.
Yeah, I think this show does a really good job of kind of swerving you and keeping you in the dark in terms of exactly what's playing out. Because they do give you shades of like, wait, is it Naomi who's behind this? Like, and then you're like, no, it's not her. And then it's like there are moments where it's like, is it Holden who's doing something that's controlling this? You're like, no, it can't be him. It's not him.
It's Alex.
Like, there's so many characters that we've encountered that it's like, okay, are you behind it? Not sure. Okay, maybe it's this person. It's like, what the fuck? It's just a constant like, what the fuck? And you guys have been enjoying it, but I've been throwing out every potential, like, I don't know, theory possible that I could come up with in terms of who's working with who and who's working for who and who's trying to accomplish this and that. And it's been a lot of fun because this show does make your head spin.
Yes.
Like, it definitely does. I still 100% think a lot of this will like lead back to Christian and the stuff that she's working on. I don't know. I just get that vibe that like, you know, early on we were told that she was like one person away from being like the most powerful person in the whole situation. And like, I feel like she's someone that could gain a lot from potential conflict. And again,
I agree.
But like, again, we saw like a softer side of her when she went and met Holden's mom.
But
so
then
it's like,
also like, there's that thought in the back of your head, like, is this bullshit? I don't know if this is bullshit or not.
Well, my whole
Should
theory,
I believe you?
Like, my whole theory with her is that if you're in a position like she is and she is pulling the strings, you have to be really convincing. You have to be able to go confront someone like a Holden's mom and be able to play to her and use her and find ways to manipulate her. And it feels like that's exactly what happened. She went in with like one way of handling this, like basically being combative about like, was your son behind it? And then flipped the whole script and brought up her whole son situation. And then that was her in. And then she got answers. And then she was like, no, I don't think this dude's a terrorist. Like, he's obviously got other issues, but he's not a terrorist. And I think maybe
she's holding on to a thought for later.
Yeah. I mean, it's very possible. She's definitely doing her homework, it feels like. And then we got Anderson Dawes, who feels like the obvious guy behind this. You know, the whole Belter movement, and remember the can't stuff. And I don't know, it's really hard to pin him and figure out, like, he seems like the obvious like villain.
Yeah.
If we were gonna have one.
Yeah.
Because he's doing all this stuff, it sounds like it's not necessarily the best. But if you're a fantastic villain, you believe what you're doing is the right thing. Even though as like a viewer, you'd be like, no, that dude's bad. Like he's a bad guy.
Right.
But it feels like his intentions are also positive. Like it's another one of those situations where
I don't know if I feel like his intentions are positive.
I mean, he wants to help his people.
Does he?
It feels that way, for sure. But there's a whole lot of shit going on. There's more questions than answers at this point. I cannot wait to see how they do this show because the pace has been nonstop. Last episode felt like it was 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
It was so amazing and intense and fantastic. 2 more episodes for season 1. You ready to jump into it?
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's nothing bigger than a light transport, nothing we can't handle. We're gonna lock up for me, adrenaline.
I know how to fly.
Easy. I'm not trying to pet you the wrong way. Trying to help.
I'm sorry, it's just been a long time coming, a long fight to get here.
If I had your kind of money, I'd be sitting in a penthouse at the Shangri-La.
My father's money. And that's his weapon on that ship. Villagers need to know what it is so it can't be used against us.
Us? You are a true believer. That she is.
They may not share our brittle bones, but you're definitely one of our Spelkalada.
Prepare to intercept.
Matching course and speed.
Soon as hooks are in, we joke charges, breach, subdue crew, grab the cargo then.
Wash and them attack, Bradness. They're scientists, not soldiers.
They work for my father, they'll fight.
Okay. Just trying to take Dad down?
We are being boarded.
They kept talking about how Julie has so much money and how her dad is rich.
Stinking belters. Always trying to take what isn't yours.
Hands off that one. She's a complication.
The distress beacon has been planted on the Scopuli. Canterbury should be picking it up soon.
Let's hope they take the bait. The sooner we get Earth and Mars at each other's throat, the sooner we get their eyes on Eros.
Okay, there it is.
This is Lionel Polanski. Pickup has gone bad. The crew is dead. I'm being held captive. I'm alone. Somebody come and get me. Somebody help. Somebody help, please.
And that's the cab. Mm-hmm. Fuck. I love this kind of storytelling when they go back in time from where the show started to tell her side of the story, essentially. Because she was the very open of episode 1.
Right.
And so we're probably going to see what she saw, which I think we already saw what she's seen. Oh,
What is that? Oh.
yeah, that's the shit. It's on her.
Is that
Is it like a parasite that like
No,
it needs like a human connection to grow?
Oh my god.
Shit.
This is Lionel Polanski. Mission has failed. Scopuli has been lost. I'm aboard the Anubis. Alone. There's something in the reactor. It looks like it consumed everyone else. If it's a bioweapon, I've never seen anything like it. I'll set up an OPA locator beacon and park it where no one else can find it. But I just have to leave.
So Anderson Dawes, she was in direct communication with him.
Eros Station is within range of the Anubis shuttle. I'll be there, waiting for you.
Were they romantic with each other? I'll be there waiting for
I
you.
don't know, but
Or was that like a professional, I'll be there waiting for you? Or was that like a romantic, I'll be there waiting for you?
I mean, regardless, we're starting to kind of get the puzzle pieces put together. It sounds like she had a personal, like, we knew she had a personal issue with her father already.
Yeah, I mean,
And it sounded like what her mission was related to him.
yeah, that was her father's scientists, and she was saying like her father's scientists will fight back.
Right.
So, who does her father work for?
Right.
Or what is her father?
Because they kept saying only the Martians have the money to build this kind of stealth. Maybe not. Maybe.
Yeah. And then they were saying Earth or get Mars, start a war, basically.
Right. Yeah. But there's been so much focus on Julie Mao and how much money she has.
Yeah.
I tried to keep a low profile, but it wasn't as easy as I hoped. I had to get off the streets. I left a trail of breadcrumbs, a way for you to find me. And I waited. And I waited.
Alright, so clearly that shit kills her.
Dawes,
Oh, dude.
he didn't even answer.
This is crazy. Oh my god.
It's like feeding off the energy.
Yeah. It grows with the energy. Ooh.
That is nasty. Oh my god.
Please, Mommy, don't let him suffer. He's rough. I want to see it again.
It's fucking tragic.
This is terrible. Oh, fuck.
What the hell?
Don't touch her. She could be contagious. If he wants to stay, let him.
Yeah,
And if you stay here, you'll never find out who did this to her.
that's crazy.
Billy, tell me what the hell is going on here. She's gone. With the girl. Room 22. Don't touch anything in there. Miller, just lay low.
Yeah.
Don't leave this station till we talk.
Yeah, I don't see him just sticking around.
No. I hope he goes try to find her dad.
Inspector Sematima, CPM. What the hell are you doing here? This is my crime scene.
CPM works for me. I'm looking for this girl.
All that stuff on her, we saw it before, on the Anubis.
The Anubis.
What happened to her?
Amos, for God's sake, do something!
What we should be doing is leaving. We need to get back to the Rossi and off this rock now.
I'm gonna prep the ship for dust off. You guys meet us there.
We both followed Julie here. We both have part of the story. I want the truth as bad as you do.
Interesting. She just took 3 pencils.
She's got more than enough in her. Tell the crew to prepare the injections.
Are they gonna be injecting this into more people?
The fuck, dude?
I'm truly sorry to be the one to have to tell you this, but your daughter is dead. We still don't know what exactly happened on the Anubis, but it looks as though Julie was the lone survivor somehow. She managed to pilot the shuttle to Eros. The only thing that I can say to temper this terrible news is that I was able to obtain a viable sample of the proto-molecule. The irradiation units are in place. We can still do what needs to be done. We may not get another chance.
What the
Because
fuck?
the force is that incredible. Now we stand on the precipice. We can only learn by letting it learn.
It.
All you need to do now is say the word.
We got lucky. Just need his plan.
What?
We didn't hang around the Anubis long enough to figure out what that stuff was.
What was Julie doing in the Anubis?
It was OPA. She found some new bioweapon they were putting together on Phoebe. She wanted to steal it. They couldn't use it on Belters. They used it on her.
Okay.
She was an earther. Died for the belt.
What the hell was that?
Oh shit.
Eros Station has experienced a radiation hazard breach. For
The
your
fuck?
safety,
You guys feel that?
We sure did.
Oh. Pencil had data. Advanced few. Oh, it's a
The
gun.
drives that match these serial numbers, what ships were they installed in, include Black Ops. Locate the drives. Where are they right now?
Hey!
Let him go!
I was onto something!
It's not your fault. None of it is.
But now I'm making it my problem. Meet me back at the Rossi. I'll be a few hours. If I'm not back in 3 hours, leave.
Iodine supplement. Protects the radiation. Mandatory.
That ain't no fucking No, that is not iodine. They just infected everybody. They're killing everyone. Right? Don't you think?
I mean, they said proceed with the ejections, and then all this started playing out, so I think that's a fair assumption.
Not want to be around me right now. This is gonna get ugly. I'm getting used to ugly. Need to go back to your friends. God damn it. If he killed Julie, he killed my ship too. I need you alive!
Boys! Now is not the time to be fighting each other.
We're not supposed to go to shelter. You go quiet and go now. Else we throw you in there ourselves.
Help me up. My neck.
Oh, bitch.
My name is Frederick Lucius Johnson. Many of you know me, one way or another. I come before you today not as a member of the Outer Planets Alliance, but a citizen of the system. At this moment, the UNN Nathan Hale is headed for Tycho Station to arrest me because the UN believes I was involved in the attacks on the Donninger. That is not true, and I can prove it. This data cube was recovered from the wreckage of the Donninger and the armor of a Martian Marine. Anyone can examine and authenticate it. It's a detailed analysis of the ships that destroyed the Donninger. They were advanced stealth fighters. I didn't build them. No Belter did or could. Some people won't believe that coming from me because of who I am. None of us can change the things we've done, but we can all change what we do next. I've seen battle. I've taken many lives. I've been the oppressor, and I know his mind. I now hear the drumbeats of war. It's the sound of lies and the love of power, and I cannot stand idly by. The Belters serve the inner planets for generations. Belters give, Earth and Mars take. We look upon each other as different, and we've grown to hate each other for that. And now, someone, somewhere, wants the whole sad lot of us to fight and die. This evidence proves beyond a doubt that the ships that destroyed the Donninger were built at the Bush Naval Shipyards. They were built by Earth.
Wow.
He's the guy. Why are you herding everybody into those shelters?
Because that's what they asked me to do today.
If these assholes want people in those shelters, we should let them out.
You're gonna take me to the nearest shelter.
PM sees me with you, they shoot us both.
He's got a point.
Oh shit!
Miller. Get this poor officer some help.
Fucking Miller, dude.
Wow.
He's at a new level of not giving a fuck. He just wants to find answers.
Ships are locked down. Nobody's going anywhere.
Keep your hands off these people. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Just following orders. It's Miller's pal.
I got rank here.
Not today, you don't.
Bitch. Oh my god.
He needs medical
I
attention.
can see that, but who the hell are you?
Hey, some of your guys are taking fire down that connection shaft. Open the door. Once it's shut, it stays shut.
Fuck, dude.
Just drop him. Good god. Oh my god. Get the fuck out of there. Oh my god. They're like the energy. They're like activating it or some shit.
We just got hit with a mega dose of hard radiation.
Not bad.
We're dead.
Fuck? Huh?
Holy shit, dude.
Wow.
This show is fucking insanity.
Radiation. Wow.
So clearly they're injecting people, sticking them in a highly secured, impenetrable room, and activating them with radiation.
That's what it
Are they
feels
creating some kind of
I mean, is
monster?
that how you get that monster to like? There's just fucking radiation.
Whatever that substance is, they're clearly using it on human or who like belters people to grow it. And I mean, we didn't get to see the extent of it because Julie ended up dying and she was smart and destroyed all the machines and anything that was giving it energy. But like, does this thing grow and become active and live? Like, are they going to turn into like fucking clickers and shit for you Last of Us fans out there? Like, what is this shit going to do when it's fully activated and alive and in a person? If that's even what's happening. That's just my assumption based off of what we just saw. Like, high levels of radiation. Like, they're trying to wake this thing up and grow it, it feels like. And they're injecting it in all these people.
It's super weird. It's super freaking weird. Like, I don't even know.
I did not, like, expect the show to go in this direction.
So where Anderson?
So, okay.
So it was like
The wheels are spinning. Let's talk through this real quick. What Fred Johnson said in his message, the ships were built on Earth. That feels like a direct connection to Christian, which then feels like a direct connection to Julie and her dad, or her dad. Julie was obviously anti what her dad was doing because she went to attack a ship of the scientists that work for her dad. So, like, he was obviously upset that his daughter was dead, but he still was able to keep his eye on the prize and, like, focused on the mission.
Right.
So clearly, like, at some point I feel like I was anticipating for him to, like, turn to a monitor and be like, deal is done, we're on schedule, like, talking to someone above him.
Right, right.
Which I think, I'm just going to make the assumption, I'm going to stick to what my original kind of thoughts were, is that Christian is the top dog, but Julie's dad is working for her. Like, she hired Julie's dad and all the scientists to create this thing to start this war.
I'm not sure if Christian is as big as
You don't think so?
we may have thought.
You think she's just
Because
trying to
wouldn't she
investigate for the
already-
good?
And I don't know about investigate for the good. But, like, wouldn't she already know all this shit if, like, this was her?
See, that's why, like, I read her facial expressions as she was watching the video from Fred Johnson as just like, oh shit. That's how I read her expression. Not a, oh my god, this is the first time I'm hearing this. I read it more like,
He's putting it out there.
It's like, uh-oh, now people are going to know type of thing.
I kind of.
That was kind of where that's where I read her expression. It was more a, oh shit, they're gonna find out, versus, oh shit, that's really bad. I never heard of that before.
Right.
This is what I've been trying to figure out. Like, I feel like it's the other one. I still feel like she's got a big role in this, and I now feel like Dawes is not connected to this anymore. Because Julie was on a mission to take out the scientists.
Right. Yes, but she didn't know anything about this.
No, but I think Dawes did.
Goo stuff. And so what, he just kind of like shoved her in the middle?
He might not have known about the specifics. I think he might have been aware of a threat that he wanted to stop because he wants to protect the Belters.
Okay.
I think. I'm going to assume that everyone that they were testing that shit on were Belters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Dawes sees that. And of course, like, going back to his speech with Miller about, like, dying for the cause or whatever.
Okay,
like,
but why was he beating up Miller if Miller was just trying to find out about Julie?
That's a good question. I don't know. I feel like Dawes is still kind of the wild card in all of this. I feel pretty I don't feel really confident about anything. I feel pretty confident that Christian and Julie's dad are working together.
Okay.
That I feel like, I don't know where Dawes fits in that. If he's like Fred Johnson, who's on the outside looking in, trying to stop something to protect their people.
Right. Yeah, where does... I'm just writing notes.
Yeah, I definitely don't...
Notes.
I definitely don't think... I'm completely scratching the whole Holden idea off the table. That he's anything related to any
and
of
Naomi,
this.
I don't think Naomi has anything to do with this.
I'm still not scratching her off the list yet. I don't know why. Obviously, shit has gone sideways to the level that none of them really have any idea about.
Mm-hmm.
But that other dude that went out to go kill Holden, he might be the one pulling all the strings. If it's not Christian, I feel like it's him. The one that was like, Christian and him got in an argument about killing Holden last episode.
Right.
That guy. But I mean, this shit has gone up to a whole new level. This shit is crazy. It's intense. It's just still like, what the fuck and why and who and when and what?
Yeah. Oh wait, Davila?
Yeah, I think that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mentioned it earlier, I love the level of storytelling where they basically tell like the B side of the story first, and then you go back in time to the start, and then you tell the A side, which is Julie. Like we got all of the backstory with Julie and got to see everything that she experienced and went through, and basically from the start of that mission to her end, it was like gave you a whole different perspective on everything that's going on.
Okay,
it's
kind
like
of mid-mission end.
It's like, it really is sad that she was just a pawn. Like, she thought she was something to Dawes.
Right, because of who she was.
Right, but she was just someone, she was just a soldier in the field doing a mission, and she was lost for the cause.
Yeah.
Like, that's nothing more to him. And that's sad because it sounded like, on her end, there was more to it. Which sucks. And I actually really didn't expect Julie to be dead so quickly.
Yeah. I thought we would have gotten a little more time with her.
For sure. Like, I thought she was going to be a bigger player just the way everything about her was set up, but it makes sense that she's a sacrifice because now, like, Miller, who's super attached, is like gung-ho, super motivated to figure out what the fuck's going on based off of her. But then you have Holden, who's on the same level for a different cause because the people responsible for all this blew up the Kant and a bunch of people that he was close to.
Right.
And yeah, like, this is intense. I
need to see more.
We're going to watch the season finale right now. It's going to be insane. It's going to be intense. I can't wait to see how this story wraps up for the first season. I hope they're not we're going to leave you with a massive, like, it's not like it matters because we could just jump into season 2, like, right away if we really wanted to. But, like, I want to see how they wrap up their season. I'm very interested to see what kind of show this is. What kind of writers are we dealing with here? Do they like to leave you hanging, or do they give you a kind of like a little button and then they set you up for the next story that's going to play out for the next season? I'm really curious. You have any other thoughts on that episode?
No.
All right, y'all. Leave your comments down below. Leave them down there. We want to hear your thoughts. Leave all the comments you want. Go ahead. We love seeing them. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We're going to jump into the season finale right now. We'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye.